dear fellow Toastmasters. Today, I would like to share with you 3 tips on how to write a good blog post based on my experiences as a content marketer. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I did learn a few things working in advertising as a copywriter, doing content marketing for startups, studying and practicing search engine optimization, and going to conferences like MozCon, Inbound, and even Comic-Con, but I'll save that for another speech. Short disclaimer, these are SEO-driven content meant to rank on search engines rather than story or narrative-oriented posts. In other words, content marketing is about having a brand or product that you want to sell, but the goal of your blog is to showcase your expertise in the subject matter. So without further ado, here are my 3 tips on writing a great blog post. Number 1, write for your audience. According to author and TED speaker Simon Sinek, before going into the how your brand or product can solve people's problems, you want to start with the why. Why should your audience even care about reading your content? Sure, it's important to have a good About Us page or About the Products page, but you must first connect or resonate with your readers and earn their trust. Again, why should the reader care? This is a golden circle that Simon Sinek shares. You want to start with the why. Why should readers care about your product? What are those problems? Then talk about the how and how your solution or how other solutions can probably benefit that reader before you can get into the what, which is what you sell, what are your services. And this really involves knowing your audience and connecting with them. Are they millennial? Are they Gen Z? Are they Gen X, Boomer, mostly male, female? What do they care about? In marketing, this is often called building a customer persona, knowing what their wants, desires, and spending habits and problems are. That leads me to number 2. Answer their questions and solve their problems. A book I recommend on this topic is Content Inc. by Joe Pulizzi, founder of Content Marketing Institute. In his book, he draws a Venn diagram to show your sweet spot when it comes to content marketing and, in general, content writing. You have your knowledge or skills, and then the customer pain point or passion. Finding that sweet spot is very important because this is what helps you connect or resonate with your audience. You'd want to know what they're looking for, what they're asking about, and then showcase your knowledge or skills and become that subject matter expert. In order to find what those customer pain points are or questions, I recommend using tools, keyword research tools such as Answer the Public and Moz. I'll go through Answer the Public first. So for instance, I typed in the word Herbalife, and you'll see all the different questions related to Herbalife. This is how you get information of what those customer pain points are, what are those questions. And another keyword research tool, for instance, I typed in protein shakes, and you'll see the type of questions that people ask, top keywords, as well as what's ranking high on these on Google. So once you've found these questions, you can see who you're competing against. and that will help inform your content writing. Number 3 is outline and find supporting evidence. Once you decided on your topic, you'll generally want to outline before you even start to write. Remember in high school English, they asked you to cite your sources? It's the same principle when it comes to Google rankings. External links will help with SEO and helps build your reputation. Anecdotes, pictures, and other graphics or infographics will also help as you develop your content. So let's develop an example. Let's say you wrote a novel about ninjas in space and you want to promote it. Your customer persona, based on your research, are likely Gen Z kids who love anime and Japanese culture and science fiction. You discover that there's a lot of TikTok impressions, but not a lot of written content about ninjas or aliens. Ninjas and aliens. Using keyword research tools and the content sweet spot method, you found out that these kids want to learn more about Japanese history, whether or not ninjas were real, let alone aliens. And maybe if aliens ever visited the Tokugawa period in the past. So you start a blog series after doing your outlining, answering all these specific questions from these kids. How to make a Japanese sword? Are ninjas real? Did aliens ever visit Tokugawa in the past? So over time, depending on the competition on the web, your content will start ranking for these keywords, and you'll be deemed as an expert in all ninja matters. And congratulations, you've captivated your audience, you've earned their trust, resonated with your readers, became the subject matter expert, and now they're more likely to read your magnum opus about ninjas in space. Back to you, Madame Toastmaster.